as an aviator, it's always good to challenge yourself and always try new things. Now, of course, you want to try to stay within your minimums, of course. It's always good for safety. This airport that we're flying to today, I've been eyeing it for a good while, and the reason why, it has to deal with something that I don't really do much. Now, I've done a lot of training on it as a student pilot. I've done it several times when I got my license, and today we're going to go out and venture to a new airport that we've never been to. I'm excited to show you. If you're brand new to the channel and you love aviation and you love flying and you love adventure, hit that subscribe button, as we have all kinds of cool things coming up, especially with summer approaching. We're going to go down and do some really cool saltwater fishing. We have more aviation adventures that we're going to be going on. You don't want to miss out. So we're on our way down to the airport. As soon as we get all hooked up, I'll show you where we're going. Okay, good morning everybody. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Today we are headed down to the Bay Bridge Airport. So I'm going to go ahead and contact the Wilmington ground here, and then we're going to get on our way.
Second Aztec calling Wilmington ground. Call westbound departure, parked at Atlantic. 62 on the call sign. What's the rest of your call sign, sir?
62756.
Number 62756, Wilmington ground, roger. Stand by, you're going to be number 2 out of Atlantic.
Roger that.
Atlantic 886. Runway 32, taxi via Hotel Foxtrot, Foxtrot 2.
Taxi runway 32 via Hotel Foxtrot, Foxtrot 2 for Aztec 886.
Cherokee 160 North, clear on Bravo for flight advanced.
Wilmington ground, this is Piper 2937 November.
On Bravo, say again.
Cherokee 16 November to fly advanced.
16 November underground, taxi fly advance via Bravo, Alpha, good day.
Thanks.
Wilmington ground, this is Piper 2937 November.
7 November, stand by.
Yep, we'll do. Yep, so they're a little busy today. Pretty much what you do is you call once. If they don't answer, you politely call them back again. If they say, hey, we're busy, then you just say, all right. I'll wait, no problem.
886.
Busy.
Number 2937 November, Wilmington ground.
Yeah, over at Fly Advance, I'd like to taxi, going to do a southwest departure.
Number 2937 November, runway 27, taxi via Alpha.
Okay, 27 via Alpha, 2937 November. Alrighty, we are ready to go, so we'll do a quick brake check here.
7 November correction, hold short on the ramp, aircraft coming into Alpha 6 now.
Okay, holding short for the aircraft after 2937 November. So, pretty soon with the camera, you'll see airplane getting ready to come in. They'll either clear us. We'll see.
Number 2937 November, runway 27, taxi via Alpha. Thanks for your help.
Alright, taxi via Alpha for 2937 November. And away we go. So, quick brake check. Brake check's good. And away we go. And we're looking for the surrounding area, make sure we're clear. And we look clear. We're good. We're going to runway 27, so we have a little ways to taxi yet here. With the weather, they were saying use 27 for your primary departures. That's what we're going to use to go down to the Bay Bridge Airport. So the airport today is actually something I've been eyeballing for a little while. I've been trying to figure out really the best way to go there, and really that would be on a really good weather day. Now we do have quite a bit of haze, but 10 statute miles is what's being reported, so it's going to be a little tricky, but we should be able to get there with no problem. Weather winds aloft are really good. It's pretty much still. It was reading 0-0 when I did my report. So I think we're going to have a really, really good flying day. Since it's also a short field airport, we're going to be doing short field maneuvers for takeoff and landing. It should be cool. I've never been to this airport. It's been on. It's one of my bucket list items to go to. So I think you're going to enjoy it.
November 37 November, runway 27, line up and wait.
Line up and wait for 27 November.
November 62756, runway 32, line up and wait.
62756, 32, line up and wait.
November 6 Mike Bravo, stay parking.
Mike Bravo's going to fly advance.
November 6 Mike Bravo, turn right at Kilo 5, contact ground point 7.
Turn Kilo 5 over to ground, 6 Mike Bravo.
November 2937 November, traffic holds in position on runway 32, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 27 for 2937 November. Alrighty, here we go. And we are airborne.
November 62756, on course approved, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
32, clear for takeoff on course, 62756.
Alrighty, right about there, we're going to level off. We're at 2,500. Now it comes down to pitch, power, trim. Now we're powered for cruise. Now we trim, so that way we stay in cruise.
Bay Bridge, traffic lights toward 270 Victor Alpha, turn crosswind runway 29, VFR departure to the northeast off the downwind, 29, Bay Bridge.
Traffic, no bearing, low 1 mile.
Oh, alright, there he is, got him.
Cessna 446 on Romeo, turning crosswind, runway 29, please.
coastline. Okay, so we're all good and ready to go for cruise flight. And what was really cool is my GPS actually lets me know when there's traffic that's out and about. So you always want to be looking around too for traffic. You don't want to just rely on your technology to tell you. And there was a plane that was, I mean, he was nowhere near me, but it was pretty cool. He flew right underneath of me. And one of the only times I really get to see a good vantage shot of that is when I'm flying in an airliner. So it's pretty cool. So this airport, we have some restrictions that we have to look at as we're flying down. There's a military base that has a restricted airspace, so you have to watch out for that. And also you have Baltimore's airspace for BWI. And then if you go too far, eventually what will happen is you'll fly into the called the SFRA, or the Special Flight Rules Special Flight Rules area for Washington D.C. So you have to be really careful of where you're going. This is a rather, you got to keep your head on a swivel for this flight.
Departing to the northeast at 2,300 feet. Last call, Bay Bridge.
So it's nice about this airport too, because it's on, I guess you can call it the shoreline, depending on where you're from. It's on like the coastline of the Chesapeake Bay. It connects the Delmarva Peninsula to the mainland of Maryland and Virginia. So you could just follow the coastline all the way down. It's a really good reference point for you.
Quicker can traffic system.
That's kind of what I'm doing, just following the shoreline down. It also helps me know, because I'm using the actual physical flight chart. That's one of the ways I am able to know if I'm in the restricted area or not. Now this airport, you have to be, like I was saying, you got to keep your head on a swivel. And the reason why is it's very, very popular. And also, the procedures to enter the traffic pattern are quite interesting. It's a noise abatement procedure, so you have to stay away from this town on the ground. It's like right next to the airport. So you kind of have to do an elongated pattern form, and on top of that, it's a short field. And also you have a lot of traffic coming inbound and outbound. So you got to really be on your game for airports like this. When I was doing my flight planning, the best airspace or altitude really to avoid airspace is at 2,500, kind of all the way down from Wilmington. So that's kind of what we're just cruising at right now. Go any higher, you'll bust Baltimore's airspace. You don't want to go lower, obviously. Well, I mean, you can stay underneath of the airspace, but you don't want to go too low. Right now, we're kind of cruising next to the Chester River. And I believe right in front of us is Chester Town. That's right down below here. So if you are local and you crab this area, you gotta let me know. I love me some blue crabs, man. So, right in front of us is the airport, but we go over water. And kind of like last time, if you followed along with me when I did.
Bay Bridge.
Okay, so if you were with me the last flight when I flew down to Cape May, I'm not a big fan of flying over open water. And there's a multitude of reasons for doing that. If I don't have to, I'm not going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay over the Maryland part on the Delmarva Peninsula. And we're just going to kind of follow that down. Then we're going to enter the pattern that way. Okay, so the airport is kind of in front of us. To avoid being involved in the landing pattern and the traffic pattern, I'm going to go to the left, overfly more of the mainland here. Then we're going to swoop back around. That's also too, so that way when we descend into the traffic pattern altitude, we're not actually in the pattern when we're doing it. So we're going to kind of do an elongated turn here. But pretty much I can see the airport site, so we're good to go. Once we get a little closer, we'll start our descent.
Bring it out, Turkey's entering the downwind, 29 or quick down.
Baybridge, Takeoff 15 Hotel Victor, base 29, Baybridge.
Stafford traffic, Sky Adventure 411's on a 3 mile final for 33 Stafford.
I have to say, I don't really fly much in the way of the Chesapeake area. This is some pretty nice flying down here. Really, really cool scenery. I'll go ahead and make my announcement here, so that way everybody knows where I'm coming from and what I'm about to do. Bay Bridge traffic, Piper 2937 November is about 9 miles to the north at 2,500, going to be setting up for the pattern inbound for 29 Bay Bridge. Hopefully nobody stepped on me, that's quite common. But this area, there's not much traffic, so that's nice.
Baybridge 15 Hotel Victor's crossing 1129 in midfield and we'll be clear of the RV. And 15 Hotel Victor's clear of 1129 Baybridge.
Pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Now here's where the magic is about to happen. As soon as we cross this little connection of this island, then we're going to start our descent. We're going to pretty much do an immediate descent. Of course, being careful not to be anywhere near the traffic pattern, so that way we don't disrupt anybody that's currently in it. So we're going to set up. As soon as we cross Route 50, boom, we're coming down. Alrighty. Hold on to your butts.
Airplane 401 Golf Romeo, turning right downwind, runway 29 Bay Bridge.
Alrighty, so now we're going to do a tight pattern here. Baybridge traffic, Piper 2937 November is about 1,100 feet, about 4 miles to the south, setting up for the 45 for 29, Baybridge. Now we're doing a short field landing, which means we have to put this airplane down right where the runway starts. If we miss, we have to go around. Hopefully you guys can see it. That's a pretty cool sight here. Right in front of us are all the cargo tankers that are coming into Baltimore. Way out in the distance is Washington, D.C. Baybridge traffic, Piper 2937 November is turning left downwind over the water tower inbound for 29 Baybridge. That's a part of the noise abatement. You gotta say you're by the water tower. Essentially, you're 2 miles away from the airport. So the airport's right in front of us here. In this town, they have a noise-sensitive restriction here. Okay, parallel to the airport now, to the runway. First notch of flaps. The noise abatement continues, so now we have to follow like a little channel for left base. Baybridge traffic, Piper 2937 November is turning left base for 29, Baybridge. Here's that little channel. Bay Bridge traffic, Piper 2937 November is turning final for 29, Bay Bridge. Very interesting pattern, that's for sure. And last notch flaps coming in. Now it's all about airspeed.
Bay Bridge traffic, lights 4270 Victor Alpha, about 7 miles to the northeast of 2000, inbound to maneuver to join the midfield downwind for runway 29 at the water tower, Bay Bridge.
Now let's see if we can get off this first taxiway and not kill the turkey vulture that's right next to it. We're going to pull back for differential braking here. Oh, those are foxes. That's cool. Little fake foxes to scare away the birds. Interesting. Bay Bridge traffic, Piper 2937 November is clear of 29, Bay Bridge.